And we are back with another episode of the podcast presented by Simple Math Matrix. It's your boy, Mr. aka Super Raw 357, best known as Prince Godbody. And I'm joined by
the God, King Hoopla, also known as the kid who literally stick to your bread.
And this week, guess I should lower my voice. I just can't
less
all yelling.
Yeah.
I say, yeah, less excitement. Gotta bring it down. This week, we start with our usual where we pay respects at the beginning of the show. And we'll start with James Caan. If you're unfamiliar, James Caan is one of the most familiar actors in all of Italian gangster movies ever. Most notably, Godfather 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
What else did you say he was in?
He's an elf, thief, a racer, rollerball, El Dorado, Misery. A lot of people talking about that movie.
Yeah, isn't that Stephen? I think Misery is a Stephen King book that got turned into a movie.
Yeah, it is. That's what somebody was telling me the other day. Brian song. That's
what it is. He played Brian in Brian's song.
Mm-hmm.
You ever watch that movie in elementary school? No. Yeah, that was something I think I watched in, I want to say like 7th, 8th grade-ish, like gym class, one of the movie days. No. I've seen Brian's song actually. But rest in peace to James Caan. But I guess the one that we really were truly devastated by here at Simple Math was the passing of Paulie Walnuts.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to Tony Sirico, a.k.a. Paulie Walnuts, most notably, a.k.a. Paulie Walnuts from The Sopranos. Mm-hmm. If you've ever seen a Sopranos clip that was a comedy clip, you know
it more than likely had him in it. Yeah, it more likely was him saying the line.
He is a line twice, probably.
Yeah.
Paulie as a character was kind of just a shade of Tony as a person.
Yeah.
Because Tony was connected to a real crime family, actually did the prison stint, cleaned up, and became an actor. And most notably through Sopranos, because that's where everybody knows him from, honestly. Yeah. You could see that if nobody on that set was 100% authentic,
it was him.
It was Paulie fucking Walnuts.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying?
He was going off about the espressos and the cappuccinos.
Exactly. And he's one of those, with saying him being connected to a crime family and all that, typical American dream. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Start from the gutter and come from the top. Mm-hmm. He's literally one of the headlining stars of one of the biggest pieces of TV ever produced in the world.
Facts. And he also had a cameo little spot in Goodfellas too.
I actually did not know that. Yeah, I actually did know that.
He's in like the beginning of Goodfellas.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? So that imprints him even more. The person that did break his death, I think, was Michael Imperioli. And they both were in both of those productions.
They're one of the best. Yeah, they were actually.
Yeah, they both were in Goodfellas and Sopranos.
And they both have they have one of the most coveted episodes in TV history.
Oh my God, yeah. Bro. That if you don't know that name of the episode where Paulie and Chrissy get stuck in those winter woods chasing after the Russian, he's a fucking interior decorator.
He killed 16 Czechoslovakians.
Dog, when they start eating the fucking ketchup packets, like, why don't y'all just go back at this point? Like, y'all can find, like, they couldn't.
They couldn't.
They was fucking jerseys covered. Sopranos, man.
They had
fucking
no outdoor skills.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking Paulie Walnuts, man. But just R.I.P. to Tony Sirico. Because that one hit. I mean, it's not like he was at the age where, you know what I'm saying, you say,
He's still one of the older characters he was one of the older characters on the show.
Yeah, exactly. So, man, fucking R.I.P. That's crazy. It's not crazy, but it is crazy.
Yeah.
Another death that did occur recently was that of Yu-Gi-Oh! Writer. I bet, need a fucking producer. Yu-Gi-Oh! Creator Kazuki Takahashi passed away over the week as well. Mm-hmm. And I never was a Yu-Gi-Oh! Kid as a kid, or even as an adult. I think I've tried to play Yu-Gi-Oh! A total of 3 times. It's not my thing. I'm more of a Magic guy. But the grip that Yu-Gi-Oh! The show and the card game had on the
The show was extreme.
Yeah, especially on the Western Hemisphere, being a Japanese Just
another one of those
Japanese
anime crossovers.
product. Yeah, it's like it's as big as Pokemon. It's a big, Yu-Gi-Oh. It's well, not as big as like monetarily, but
yeah,
it's synonymous with typical anime culture in America, Japanese culture. A lot of people of our generation, like I said, I didn't watch the show.
And
I know
like
Blue Eyes White Dragon. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people understand the trap and defense jokes when they see them on the internet, things like that. So to have created something as powerful as that is, to have drawn something like that created something that became such an empire.
Yeah. Nah, because I was a big Yu-Gi-Oh fan.
Really?
I was Yu-Gi-Oh.
I was not yet.
Yeah, that was like the only thing, because I used to play the Pokemon games, but I wasn't into collecting the cards. But the Yu-Gi-Oh show was so fucking tough to me. And then how they like changed in the whole Egyptian shit they had all into.
Because I didn't know that. So I'm guessing the monsters had like historical background.
I mean, like
mystiques to
only like the legendary ones you would say.
Oh, okay, that's understandable. Yeah.
But like it did like the talismans, I think they were called. I forgot the objects they had, like the little it's not a cube, it's a pyramid, upside down pyramid that Yu-Gi-Oh wears. It's what changes him into like the doll figure. It's a pharaoh from back in time.
Oh, damn!
And he changed into a Yu-Gi-Oh master. That's what he always uses to win the
really?
Like that. Yeah, and that's like the basis of the show. And then he has to use his cards. He has to play the game Yu-Gi-Oh. What a game! I forgot what the game is called actually.
Isn't it?
Because the name is Yu-Gi-Oh.
Aren't they just dueling?
Yeah.
Because my thing with because I never got into Yu-Gi-Oh. Even like I wasn't into anime as a kid, and I didn't get into card games until I was an adult, and it was like I said, Magic.
Yeah.
Not even Pokemon or anything. But for like I was saying, for you to have been so impressed with that and been so a part of Yu-Gi-Oh culture.
I used to have the cards. I used to have like boxes full of cards and shit like that. I didn't even play the game. I didn't even know how to play the fucking game. I just like to collect the cards.
Yeah, see?
Because I knew what the fuck they were on TV. Yeah, I knew what the fuck they were on TV. I was like, oh shit, I want to get them bitches.
That is
like I just asked my mom to buy them. And actually had like the
Damn, that explains a lot why trading cards are big. Like that under
because I still would trade them and I still never
saying that makes me realize why people have such valuable shit and don't realize it.
Mm-hmm.
As far because I trade cards.
And they even had the little toy too, like the shit they had, like the dueling.
The little
Deck
Master.
I got that shit for Christmas.
I think they were called Deck. I don't know. Duel Master too. I don't know. I didn't.
I was hyped as a bitch for that shit.
Yeah.
Didn't use it for the first, but I had that bitch.
Yeah. In the same country, switching a little bit more political now.
Yeah.
Same country as the passing of Takahashi, we have. Former leader of Japan, Shinzo Abe, was recently fucking assassinated, just like giving a speech.
Yeah.
And in a place like Japan, where they don't have guns and it's normally pretty, peaceful for the most part, for what you can actually
gun violence.
Yeah, especially from our point of view, to see someone who, when they were arrested, said, I just didn't like him, so I wanted him dead. That is so surreal that it's surreal that it still happened because of his status. Shinzo Abe was still the previous leader of Japan at one point.
Mm-hmm.
That's like saying a previous president would get assassinated. In our American minds, the current president is way more likely to get assassinated than the next one.
Yeah, than the old one.
Or the old one, not the next one. The old one. My bad, I misspoke. Mm-hmm. Exactly. So it's wild that, like you were saying before, this is such a hardcore revolution. This guy is trying to kill I just don't like this guy.
With a makeshift gun.
Yeah, with a pipe pistol. Like on some Fallout 4, Fallout 76 type shit. A real live handmade pipe pistol.
That's not funny.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He really did that. And it's because he just hated Shinzo Abe. And Shinzo Abe was campaigning for somebody else. So it's wild to see how revolutions around the world occur, because this week has been one of, if not the most mind-blowing weeks I've seen in a while.
In the world news, per se.
Exactly. Because it would seem like the former leader of Japan getting killed would be the biggest news. But the fact that the Prime Minister of the UK and both the Prime Minister and the President of Sri Lanka resigned all in a week is ridiculous. The people of Sri Lanka are in the Sri Lankan palace right now, fucking chilling, watching the revolution on TV. Boris Johnson got voted out because nobody really believed in him. And so now we just have a landscape of international politics that are in a whirlwind. And there's still a huge war going on.
And I don't know if you've seen that the euro and the dollar are the exact same now.
No, I did not see that.
They have the exact
As of when?
I don't know. I seen it today though.
Oh wow, really?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how much. I mean, did you see it from like a verified source?
Oh wait. Yep, there you go. You got it right there. That's just Google.
Yeah, man. The euro has hit $1, or the dollar has hit a euro.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't matter. Exports and imports are going to be very
Hold on, you want to lift up because now this was an amazing fucking point you brought up that we did not have on the docket at all. Let me push this in. So the U.S. dollar has hit equivalent to €1 now, which means the dollar in America has depreciated about what? At least about 15-20%.
Yeah, and that's for like the first time in 20 years.
First time in 20 years to hit that. So, like, what is that? What do you think that means?
I don't even talking about a recession and stuff like that.
Well, we know that there's going to be a recession.
Yeah,
but
I feel like in this day and age I don't really know.
Do you think that the American dollar isn't worth? Okay, so if we're putting our dollar on the euro, which I feel like is the most comparable form of currency. I could be completely wrong, but we're putting it on that same level of comparable currency. Yeah. It's at that level now. Are Americans even rich? Is there an American dream anymore?
I think in America there is, of course.
Oh, or you know what? I take that back. Are Americans taking their money elsewhere once they get it? That's what's really happening.
As so where though?
Offshore accounts, other countries, places where the euro stacks, you mix the euro stack.
You're talking about people with money.
It doesn't. See, the amount of people with money outweigh the people with no money so much that they make up like one of their dollars is $1 billion of our dollars. You know what I'm saying? Now, like the way they spend money is not the way we spend money.
Of course it's not.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like not even in the dollar amount, but even the proportion amount. So is all this money or is everybody who has money putting money elsewhere to crash the American economy, to crash the American public, so then they can re-stimulate it with the money but I digress. I don't want to get shot.
Damn. Yeah. We might get shot already because of prior episode, but fuck it.
I don't know. All I'm saying is it doesn't make much sense that the money plummeted that fast when everything's going up this high for Americans. And
that's such a fast rate too.
Yeah, other places are definitely screaming about inflation, but they're not like we are.
But do we know that for real though?
Do we know that for real?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we do. We really do. So something that was in our extra pile this week, which was the telescope, the pictures from the telescope.
I did see that.
Did you? Yeah, dog. Those pictures were amazing. I'm not even huge into science, but when those pictures from the, James Webb telescope dropped from NASA, I was like, damn, there is so much out there. It's not like they said it's not like we haven't seen that deep before. We just haven't seen that deep that quick. And the resolution at which we've seen these things, because there's multiple pictures out. I've never been a deep believer in the wonderment of space, but those pictures alone kind of got me like, want to research.
That one's in right there.
That's what I'm saying. Like, look, it makes me want to do the research.
It looks like one of those rugs that you see.
And to think that NASA almost died as an organization. You know what I'm saying? NASA is not what it was before. And
rightfully so, kind of.
I would say because not rightfully so, but trial and error in public eye does not end well. We'll put it
Especially
that
when
way.
people die.
Exactly. But as far as the shit they're capable of now, just this means a lot to the scientific
Oh
community.
no, it definitely does.
But for people who don't know shit about what's really going on in those pictures, like me at the very least, it's at least something crazy to look at. Yeah, it's something crazy to look at, and it changes your perspective as to what space is. Like that many colors exist naturally outside of the realm I'm ever been used to.
That anybody's ever going to see.
And like those bright lights, there's so much shit in that. You know what I'm saying? Like that is ridiculous. It's amazing. You know what I'm saying? These pictures are honestly amazing. Yeah, it's literally something.
And it's crazy. I don't know. I'm one person who's like, yo, you can't think there's not other life out there.
Oh, there's definitely other life out there. That's what I'm saying. There has to be.
There's all this shit.
If shit is shining that bright, there has to be
all this shit out there.
Exactly. There has to be aliens. It's like a tapestry. Somebody just Jackson Pollock, but it's actually real life, and now we know that, and that's fucking wonderful. Literally the definition of wonderful. Literally the definition of amazing. Literally the definition of ordinary. Literally the definition of extraordinary. You know what I'm saying?
And kudos to human achievement too.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. So human achievement, which is something we usually, not usually, we always rally on here, and a huge part of human achievement in the last 20 years probably has been Elon Musk, even though he's kind of come out to be just kind of your typical fucking super nerd.
Yeah.
In the last few years, but he gets bitches in the plain man's word way of saying that. Yeah, he does say that pretty much. But
how do you think that conversation goes?
With who?
Elon Musk pulling up on a jet.
Is Elon Musk? He doesn't have to say much. Just spout some knowledge. If they're drunk, I mean, Elon Musk is still like he indulges in pop culture. Like this guy who plays Elden Ring, plays side, like he'll respond to you. He's still he says he's autistic, you know what I'm saying, and all that. So he's still he said that on Lex Friedman.
No.
He says he's autistic, but he still tries to be sociable. So I mean, he fucking.
I definitely know Kanye.
He was married to a fucking pop star at one point.
That is true.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not like he's not still kind of a normal guy at the end of the day, as weird as he is. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
But Elon Musk is now finna run laps around Nick Cannon.
Whoa.
Thought,
you want to start with the serious part first?
No.
No, you don't.
Yeah, no. You thought Elon Musk was not really cool. He really got baby mamas. You thought Future was out here. You thought, who I just say?
Nick Cannon.
Nick Cannon was out here. Elon Musk is really out here. I mean, it's no problem because it's all the children he has are considered. It's nothing like that.
Yeah, of course.
But
he's not married.
He's repopulating him, Nick Cannon. Them motherfuckers are repopulating the earth on themselves.
Yeah.
But
they're putting the earth on their back.
He got to. He wants to repopulate the earth because fucking Elon Musk hates bots. Not butts. He hates bots.
He does hate
because that's why he pulled out the Twitter deal.
Yep.
Elon Musk pulled out the $44 billion Twitter deal because they wouldn't disclose to him how many bots were on the platform, which makes sense. Because if you're really technical, you could say, well, the whole basis and population of this app is built off of conjecture from algorithms of computers and not people that actually exist.
Mm-hmm.
If we want to look at the majority of active accounts on Twitter, let's distinguish the real ones from the fake ones. And when the fake ones come even somewhere near close to the real accounts that are active, then you have a problem.
Yeah.
And one, the platform is not as popular as you fucking say it is. And two, there's a political agenda going on with your platform.
That is true.
Trump came out with his platform. You already knew what was going up with that. But when you present yourself as this bipartisan platform, but your bots and everything that could sway your influence, everything that could sway says otherwise, why would I want to take a hold of that? Why would I want to ultimately be culpable for misleading the masses? And even if it's, let's say, I mislead the masses and I believe in the ideas, but the ideas that are persistent and the ones that are showing up aren't coming out of my mouth are the ones from these are just as guilty. I'm just as guilty, even if they are automated, because at the end of the day, I'm in control of that. Exactly. And I feel like that's really the shift where he didn't want to fucking buy Twitter was. And that makes sense. Like,
he didn't want to put himself in the middle of that.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Because
that's what his first thing he was saying was he's going to cancel all that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Bring free speech back to the platform.
Yeah. Exactly. And so I think he knows, we all know, with enough bots, you can overpower any legitimate opinion.
Exactly, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's one of the worst parts of technology. And I mean, he's one of the purveyors of technology. Yeah. The guy invented fucking PayPal. But I guess that's why he knows to hop on that before buying. So like, let's say I want to take over the world. I want to take over the world with a fresh base of real people, not robots. I mean, if I want to take over the world with robots, that's not going to work. Because Twitter, robots don't exist in real life. Those Twitter robots, those Twitter bots don't exist in real life. So that's not real support. So if I want to buy a platform like Twitter to test my international support, I want it to be all real people.
Mm-hmm. That's why concerts and streams don't.
And I don't want to pay to do that. Exactly. That's the thing. I don't want to pay to weed it out. I want y'all to pay to weed it out, so y'all spend a few $1 billion before I pay it. Come on, man. That's all I'm thinking. But I don't know shit. You know what I'm saying? I can never claim to know shit. What are your feelings on it? I feel like I'm talking at you, my bad.
Oh, no, you straight. I just feel like I agree, though. There's no reason for him to buy it if he can't get it into his terms, if he knows that he's going to be canceling out majority of the percentage of the people that actually use the platform.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Kill the actual dialogue of the platform, the initial point of it. But it is a problem to where, because that is how Twitter works.
Yeah.
And Twitter is only swayed to one side when you really think about it. Yeah. Like I said,
Twitter's a liberal platform.
It is though.
It's a liberal platform.
It is. Because I have to go searching for the right stuff. Yeah, just so I can have a good laugh.
Exactly. Or a good perspective on such shit sometimes.
Nah, it's just a good laugh. Because I would go to the extreme one. I would go to the extreme one. That'd be the funny one.
Yeah, fair enough.
And then he's talking about the shit. I'm like, oh, damn.
Yeah, extreme's talking about, oh, damn. Bruh, DoorDash last week.
Oh, my gosh.
You missed out. Did you miss out?
Hell yeah. The fuck?
All right. So, I was hurt. I was fucking hurt.
You was hurt? You didn't run up a band on him?
Didn't. If you didn't hear, last week DoorDash had a glitch where people were able to check out for free, and they were just blowing fucking DoorDash up. What would you have gotten? Let me ask you first. What would you have gotten?
Damn, I don't know.
I would have gotten a couple PlayStation controllers, a couple of hard drives, some shit I could resell.
So I would have been thinking like that. I got a whole bunch of food.
See, you're tripping. That's fucking dumb. If they're going to take,
I forget DoorDash has all that shit on it.
See, if they're going to take fake money from me, I'm gonna take whatever I want. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna run it up, and that's exactly what
they got. PS5 with that bitch. Got PS5.
Exactly. And see, the dumb people, no offense to you, did what you did and just ordered a bunch of McDonald's and groceries and shit off their real fucking cards.
Damn. So how the fuck how did this shit work?
All right, so end up how it playing out. People finesse DoorDash for the night or a day or two, but a lot of people who didn't have the mind to make sure that shit that they paid out with wasn't actually connected to them.
Yeah.
A lot of them are in overdraft right now because everything they bought they got charged for. Because DoorDash probably somewhere in their terms and agreements has a clause where even if you don't get no, it's in the tip clause because your tip doesn't settle till the order's done. So once your tip settles and the glitch is no longer good, your card's getting ate the fuck up.
Damn.
Overnight, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But smart motherfuckers create a new Cash App or use their Cash App they were already using and do shit like this and ran it the fuck up.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
How the fuck I fuck with that one?
You didn't fuck up with it. I mean, you probably just woke up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it did happen like late at night.
Yeah, but the thing is, like,
how did they fumble this?
Glitches like that should happen all the time. Like, if you're doing back-end updating to the services, you could accidentally forget to click the check payment. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine being up that late, just fuck it, I want to get this shit done.
Yeah.
Friday night, I want to go to the club. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people that do that shit aren't. It's not always automated, and automation isn't always right.
That is true.
You know what I'm saying? That's the thing.
Yeah. Sometimes you need a human.
You need him, yeah, exactly, to make sure that it goes right. But DoorDash is going to get the motherfuckers that were dumb enough to keep their cards up there, their real cards and shit like that. If you kept your real information up there besides your address, because what are they going to do, send a letter to your house? Fuck it. Tear the letter up. You know what I'm saying? But if your real card's out there, shit, you're a goofy. Because you can make a Cash App card unnamed Scrooge McDuck and fucking, you know what I'm saying? But they don't hear me. Phone number, But they don't hear me though. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's too late. It's too late.
For the first time in a while.
What's the first time in a while?
We're taking a break in the middle of the podcast. We are going to be back with y'all in the next segment with a lot more news. Nate, you should have been doing that while I was trying to.
Oh, my bad. I'm so sorry. I was sorry. I was watching Mr. Struggle with that. But we'll be back in a minute on our little intermission.
Yes, sir. Y'all take a few minutes, listen to the music, play this shit. And we are back with the rest of the episode. God damn, bro.
Damn, I
really want to do the whole intro. Yeah. Golly. Hey, I'm just getting used to doing two-part podcast again.
We're back. Oh my God, you're drooling too? What is
I'm
taking a nap?
I thought I had like blood in my mouth. My bad.
From what?
I thought from opening that fucking beer bottle, bro. Okay. But I don't. So let's actually start off this second part after this podcast. You want to start?
We might. We just might.
I said, do you want to start?
Oh yeah, I guess so.
Do you want to lead us in?
Oh yeah.
Golly, can't give niggas responsibilities at all.
But to start off, so we have an update on a trial that we have not talked about in a minute on this.
Probably in like at least 2 years, a year or two.
Yeah.
Because I haven't been. But go ahead.
But yeah, we actually have an update on the YNW Melly case. So they're deciding to drop the death penalty in this case.
He won't be sentenced to the death penalty at the most. If you're unfamiliar with what happened, what was it? Two of his friends, or one of his friends was murdered. Yeah. And it's supposed, the way the police are trying to frame it, that he murdered his friend, dumped him off at the hospital. They say they have sufficient evidence. But at the same time, they're dropping the death penalty. And when I see that, I don't see them doing that as a way that they don't have them. I think they're just doing that in the way that the death penalty is just kind of viewed as inhumane. So if you give him that, you're going to have a lot harder time making him stick to his conviction. Yeah. Because of double jeopardy and things like that.
That is true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that is true. But I don't know. I think it's a good thing.
Also, I mean, yeah, of course. Not being sentenced to death is always a good thing. Yeah. But if he is convicted of this, he's doing 25 life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's doing life, probably.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And he was at the uptick of his career. And it's wild, like the story surrounding what happened in that entire case is just, like, wild is an understatement. You know what I'm saying?
He was say that he was trying to kill his mom or something like that recently.
Yeah, and she denounced those claims.
Yeah.
Said they denounced those claims. That's probably just Reddit and the internet making up shit. But as far as the papers they've released, as far as his case information goes, they seemingly have him triangulated, like cell phone data wise, as into doing the crime. So I'm thinking the death penalty, like I go back to it. It's just
this has been a long case though.
Well, that's because there is no fingerprints and shit like that. Like this is like for them to have come up with that, like the fact that they haven't really pressed the button, I guess really says more to that.
Yeah. Like
they have a case, they're just making sure it's more cemented because they don't have those fingerprints or that blood evidence or this, that, and the third.
So they don't.
But they have all the auxiliary evidence to convict this guy. I mean, that's just how the law goes.
Yeah, it is.
They have all the auxiliary evidence. They're just trying to get that piece of, you know what I'm saying?
Make it stick.
Exactly. You think it'll stick?
I don't know. Simply for how long this case has been going on. That's just me personally.
Well, that's how big. Look at YSL. They're going to drain them of money before they even give them a chance to fight in court. Like that's how the law works. Like that's how the law works.
Yeah.
You can't beat that. That's how the law works.
Unless you got money to beat it.
Who does?
No.
Nobody has money to beat the law. The law has unlimited money.
That is
if
true.
they really want you, the law has unlimited money. And that's, you know what I'm saying? That's not a spec. That's true. Like you said, that's true. Like you can't. You fought the law and the law run. Like that's a song for a reason.
Yeah, it is.
I fought the law and the law won. Cause they go, you know, look at Thug.
Yeah.
Look at Thug, bro.
He's gonna drain him.
Look at all these motherfuckers that. Excuse me. Look at Jeffrey Epstein. Look at Jared from Subway. Motherfuckers who thought they were going to, because they got some notoriety and some fame and some money behind it. They had the triple package. They thought it was going to, you know, propel them. And that it doesn't beyond criminal activity. Criminal activity could never be covered up by money when the feds want you. If you're selling an ounce or two, if you're selling a quarter pound, shit, sell a whole, you know what I'm saying? Sell a whole brick if you want to. But once you start getting enough money to send your kids to college, no matter who you are, they're going to shut you down.
That is true.
You know what I'm saying? They're going to shut you. Why would you not? When I know, like, when I can trace entire lineage back to drug, why would I not wait till then? As sick as it's, and that's the sickest part about the YSL case, because it's not on the docket, but we'll talk about it. Why Gunna got not bought again? Yeah. Gunna is going to be the first one to get out of jail if he snitches. If he doesn't, he's in jail as long as the rest of them. And he, for real, probably did the least. And that's one thing people are, and we said this months ago on the podcast. Actually, I didn't even want to bring this up. I do. Months ago on the podcast, we were saying that Gunna is the one being held in jail because he's the one that's affiliated most definitely with the music. But beyond that, his money might have been going to guys he didn't know what to. All right, well, you know, whatever that scenario is. Gunna is not directly tied up in the shit they want them for. But Gunna has made enough money, probably the second most money, off of the YSL or part of YSL, however you want to fucking swing it, that he's the guy that, he's the prime target. We've seen him doing the fucking thing on the news, seen him doing the school. He's just a guy that got to get the rap. Like, he might have been from a rough place, but he's the guy that got to get the rap. But when he's tied to this shit, you really press on that. So they're pressing the gas on him. And with the girl trying to bring the drugs into the prison for him, which we fucking said months ago that happened, that's painting him in a light. Like, they know that he probably just smokes weed, you know, just does parties. We'll call it partying. He parties or whatever.
Like a celebrity.
You know what I'm saying? But now that he's an inmate, that partying is not just him partying. That's, oh, I know you got that from her because she knows this guy. And
tying them all in the shit. You know what I'm saying?
And this YSL case is going down the drain for themselves. They're going down the drain for themselves. They keep talking on phones. They're going down the drain for themselves.
Yeah, it's not going to help at all.
Exactly, man. Yeah, exactly. And at what point does it become personal responsibility?
It's always been a personal responsibility.
Has it?
Yeah.
If so, we would have blamed them because we did not, for sure, when it first was starting. I mean, I did.
I did say I hold them accountable. It should be held accountable.
Yeah. I do kind of feel bad for guys like Gunna who are only like, it kind of got to give y'all niggas money because y'all around motherfucker. Like, golly. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know I'm going to get it back, so I definitely got, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like hanging out with your little brother and your dad. Like, when y'all go to the mall, if you buy them food, I'll give you the money back.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what it is. That type of shit.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, that's obvious.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Man. That YSL shit is wild.
A motherfucker that did get rightfully convicted also happened this week. It's been a big week. Eric Holder, the murderer of Nipsey Hussle, was convicted of murdering Nipsey Hussle, as we all saw on video, sadly. But he's done. The day before his incident, we saw he's got his ass whooped.
Well, it was like a week.
Was it a week? It was
a
a few
week.
days.
It was like a week before because he was on the way. He was on the way to the jail.
Oh yeah.
He was on the way to that hearing, and they beat his ass.
And though there's no real retribution or revenge or consolation prize or however you want to put it for losing a loved one,
of course,
he's never going to see the streets again. And with the respect that Nipsey has just out there, he's done. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And this just goes to show that, like what Kendrick said, the one in front of the gun lives forever.
Yeah, exactly.
Nipsey is an icon. He's a rap icon now. He's a rap legend. You know those pictures they used to paint with Biggie and Pac and all of them? Yeah. They're going to put Nip in them. They've been putting, you know what I'm saying? Nip has been solidified in history through that murder. And that's so unjust that happened. But is that not the definition of bittersweet at the same time? Like that.
I mean, that's what they say about art. That's what they say about art.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
All great artists
that's a fucking amazing point.
Appreciate some value after they pass away.
Well, not even that, but it's just like.
And they get their flowers. You know what I'm saying? It's somebody. What do you know what I'm saying? You gotta give flowers while you're there. But you know what I'm saying? The flowers are never as sweet until somebody's gone. You know what I'm saying? That's actually a fact, though.
Yeah, that's very true.
You know what I'm saying? You can never give somebody enough of their dues until they're gone.
That's
you know what I'm saying? So you can look at the whole body of work.
So you can't miss what you got till it's gone.
Exactly.
That's
sad truth. That's sad truth about life, man.
That's why you can't give it away. Mm-hmm. But
R.I.P. to Nipsey.
Yeah.
And think, you know what I'm saying? He got justice. You say that?
Yeah, in a way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because in the way I feel like, in the way that Nipsey would have wanted.
Yeah.
Nipsey wouldn't want niggas going back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
He was for the hood unity. Mm-hmm. He was for set unity. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I hope so.
Yeah. Like, but fuck you, Eric. Like, just on the sake of like hating. I hate hating ass niggas, bro. What? Like, there's nothing that you could say to me that make me want to like kill you, probably. Like, you know what I'm saying? You could say, you know what I'm saying? Like, NBA, you called you said, he even called you a snitch. You said, man, want to get your paperwork looked at. You know what I'm saying? I say, check. What Willie, Gillian Wallace say?
What they say?
Rather be checked, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Rather be checked than embarrassed. Rather be checked than embarrassed. See, niggas don't deal with embarrassment. That's the thing, bro.
Niggas don't know how to deal with embarrassment.
Like,
that is a big fact.
Yeah.
Niggas don't know how to
niggas fall in the mall and want to shoot everybody. Like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? Not for real, but.
Probably
yeah. Moving on to our last political thing. I guess we should have thrown that first, I guess. Bad sequencing by us. My bad, guys. It's only a 2-man podcast. We can only do it so much.
He's going to keep advertising for a producer until we get one.
Exactly.
Which I agree with. I'm not shooting down on it.
We need one.
But here we go. So
Brittany Griner. She pled guilty. Which is not something that should be looked at negatively. Essentially, what happens is if you're going to do a criminal swap, you need to do a criminal for a criminal.
Yeah.
So she needs to be guilty to be a criminal. But the thing is, they want an arms dealer named like Dr. Death or Mr. Murder, like go name something like that, something ridiculous. And I feel like that's a big reason America did not want to put this on Front Street. Mm-hmm. Because no matter who they are outside of LeBron or Jordan, ain't too many NBA players it's going to look right returning arm dealers for. Like, what does that exchange look like? Mm-hmm. Like exchanging an international arms dealer for a guy that plays basketball in our country only. Globally, what does that look like for a nation that does not negotiate with terrorists?
But is Russia terrorist, though? Are Russia considered terrorist?
Anybody that steals your people is a terrorist. Anybody that creates fear in your community is a terrorist. That's why we call these white kids that shoot up schools domestic terrorists because they're not foreign. They're just, you know what I'm saying?
Now we do.
Yeah, exactly. Now we do. That's because our political jargon has gotten way much, more advanced, and people realize that terrorism is not just a foreign threat. So yeah, you are right in that, right? But
I do understand what you're saying, though. Yeah, this nigga get Brittany Griner back. You know what I'm saying?
For the arms dealer, publicly.
Publicly, I mean.
For an arms dealer, publicly. So that means anybody that captures an American.
Exactly. That does show a weak
get
spot.
Them back. Yep.
That shows a weak spot.
Yep. So what do we do?
I don't know. What does Joe Biden do?
What has Joe Biden done for anything? That's the real fucking
That's
question.
another question.
That's the real question.
As hard as we campaigned for him.
Who?
We did.
I didn't campaign.
Yes.
I said lesser evil.
I wish Aaron was here. But
I ain't campaign for Joe Biden. I did vote for him, but I ain't campaign for him. Less evil, like I said, less evil.
So. We'll go back and listen.
Yeah. But BG, she coming home?
Oh yeah, she need to come home.
She not coming home for another year or two, I don't think.
Another year or two? That'd be crazy.
For an arms dealer during a fucking civil or a Cold War? No. No way she comes home anytime soon. I mean, I hope so.
I hope so.
I really fucking hope so. But if wars work like wars do, she doesn't just come home at her notoriety status. If she was a chemist or something like that, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was crazy. But basketball player, she fucked up bringing the weed. Like, that's not even like you got caught on some high level FBI had to kick in your door shit. She bought some hashish oil. She fucked up, like, as a citizen.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't expect America to save me in exchange for an arms deal. I'm just being dead serious. Why would they? I'm just a citizen. I'm just another nigga.
Yeah, but you're not thinking about that when you're going through it.
Yes, you are.
No, you're not.
You should be. Why would you not? America, as a black person, America's going to save you. You sound fucking stupid.
I mean, you would think that.
No, you sound
but you're
stupid.
Still like, yo,
what
the fuck though?
You sound stupid thinking that, in my opinion.
Possibly.
In the land where the cops shoot us and get away with it.
That is true.
It's literally the last 2 or 3 years, not 5 or 10, 2 or 3 years. Even a few cops have started to get some type of slap on the wrist for killing niggas. Come on, man.
Slap on the wrist after the fact, but yeah.
Come on. You know what I'm saying? Think with your big brain. Think with the head up here, not the one down there.
Fuck.
White
I'm
horse.
trying to fuck Brittany Griner.
Maybe you're trying to fuck a Russian
No.
spy or something.
Nah.
Or they were real hot. On some slaps. I don't even know.
Yeah, exactly.
I was trying to say a one, but I don't even know.
I'm trying to be funny.
Yeah, fuck you, nigga.
Damn, you guys, is that get called the ER? You see, that's what people resort to. They resort to racism when shit doesn't work out for them.
That's not well.
That is true. That is true. That is very much true.
Fucking very true.
White people especially, yeah.
Not everybody. That is true. Yeah. Like, when you listen to arguments,
black people do cop that, and they don't fucking black people call it. Oh, go to a job site. Go to a workplace.
If you don't respond correctly to the, you're done. You're done.
To a black person.
You're done. You're done.
Oh no, they don't fuck with black. They racist a bit. I've seen it. I see it every day.
I'm talking about the black people. If you don't fuck with the old dude that come up and do this, you done. You done in that motherfucker. He even gonna say you out to the white man for first Uncle Tom ass nigga. I'm just saying.
Niggas do not fuck with white people, bro.
Nobody does.
Oh, yeah.
They're destructors.
They don't fuck with each other either. So.
Yeah, that's true. All right. Let's get into the meat of the sports conversation this week. Also, Baker got traded finally to help me out here, Carolina.
Okay, damn.
He got traded to Carolina, and this is last week. And my thought is, why the fuck would you trade the one good guy on your team who can play quarterback when the starter is about to not play this season, right?
Yeah.
Comes out earlier today, last night, in the last few hours-ish, that Deshaun Watson might only get a 4 to 6 game suspension.
Yeah.
One, I know Baker Mayfield's so fucking glad he got out of there because the Panthers is an organization where if he can play good quarterback, they'll build around him.
Mm-hmm.
2, He got out of that shit show. There's no way you're telling me the Cleveland Browns are doing good business right now, even letting a guy who has damn near 30 sexual assault allegations. They're letting Bill Cosby play quarterback.
Damn, that's a good way to put it.
The Cleveland Browns are letting Bill Cosby play quarterback. And they traded away the guy because they said he was too immature. They traded, you know what I'm saying? And usually, I'm pro black quarterback no matter what. But I am not like
they made the wrong move.
This is beyond the wrong move.
Yeah, bad business move. They got too arrogant with the rebuilding phase.
But the thing is, and the sad part is, if they win 10 or 11 out in that division, they get played so they can come back from that type of suspension. But morality-wise, like,
who's their backup now?
You think Jacoby Brissett. You know what I'm saying? So, too, still, it keeps an image. But at the same time, you really think that your fans are going to buy into that. And that's why, like, for real, I like Baker Mayfield. So I'm happy he got out of that shit, bro. Because Cleveland is the shit show of the NFL. You take the Browns to the Super Bowl, that's a joke for a reason.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That'd be crazy if they go to Super Bowl this year.
They couldn't. I'm not saying they couldn't, but I really don't see fucking Deshaun Watson coming back after having not already played
he ain't
a
played
year.
for like 2 years.
Yeah, coming back and then leading them to any type of promised land. What does that even look like? In my opinion, you know what I'm
I feel you though. Anything can happen, but that's probably likely not to happen.
Yeah, not going to happen.
And that's crazy that Deshaun Watson is still going to play even in the season.
Exactly. We said the Cleveland Browns just don't give a fuck. The NFL doesn't give a fuck.
No, I'm saying it's all about the NFL, yeah.
Or aiding him first, so nobody gives a fuck.
Nobody gives a fuck.
They just want him to play football. They need their money.
And he still got
the ratings and all that good shit.
They still going to get all that money.
Yep. The NBA has pretty much made they have officially made the play-in tournament a complete part of the season. So now those lower seeds will get a chance to play in. So that's 9th and 10th, 9th seed, yeah. The 8th and 9th seeds will now fight for the last seed in the playoff, which is, I guess, a good idea because sometimes they can be a half game behind. Yeah. And when that, you really want it. And that's how the NBA is skewing now. Teams are a lot more close, so they have to do that type of thing. Mm-hmm. I actually don't really mind that. As far as the players playing games, it sucks to be on that fringe, but it gives them it really gives NBA players a fucking gusto to work harder during the regular season. So that you don't have to play those.
Yeah, it gives a seeding more. It gives the rankings more. What am I saying?
Notoriety, more esteem and shit like that.
Exactly.
Because the thing is, if you already have to win 16 games to win the championship, what's 4 more? Like 4 more is a lot. Mm-hmm. Especially, you know what I'm saying? Like damn near 30 games. It's like 30 games, 30, 40. Like what could it go to? Let's say every series goes as 5. You're 28 games. Mm-hmm. And then you get to play a tournament. So 35 games. Exactly. With your fully healthy roster, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
Music time?
Music.
Brent, or what's on first?
Oh. We're going to Brent first.
All right.
We don't usually talk about the R&B stuff.
All right, go ahead.
So, this past Friday, what was it, the 15th?
Yeah.
No, the 15th is coming up this week.
8th.
It was 8th.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, we got Brent Faiyaz's new album, Wasteland. Highly anticipated, I can say, because I'm a Brent Faiyaz fan.
I do enjoy his music, yeah.
I can say it was a smooth 7 out of 10. You know what I'm saying?
7 out of 10?
7.5.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna, because it's not bad. There's only one skip song that I got.
It's just that it's monotonous. It's one kind of vibe.
Yeah.
But I will say that I love the vibe. I like that vibe, that shit.
I like the story he's trying to tell throughout the whole album.
Yeah.
With the skits and stuff like that. I enjoy albums with skits anyway. Because, you know what I'm saying? That's old school.
I feel like with this album, Brent Faiyaz, or whatever you fucking say his name, he was showing us that, what was the first Bryson Tiller track was called? Trap Soul.
Yeah, Trap Soul.
He gave us Trap Soul, but way fucking better. This, Brent Faiyaz is showing that he's what we thought Bryson Tiller was going to be with this album. In my opinion.
I didn't like Bryson
because
Tiller,
What, you didn't like Bryson
I
Tiller?
didn't like Bryson Tiller.
Bryson Tiller's album was still one monotonous, one flow sound. That's the same thing.
Yeah.
Brent goes for it. And the main thing with me was the vocal manipulation and the way that the production is structured. Because it's all like
that's good production though.
Yeah, the one complaint that people I guess could have is that it does all sound underwater. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he has all one vibe, but like I said, that's the vibe, and I like it. But with that vibe, he kills. He fucking kills. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bryson Tiller and his every exhibition he's put out has not touched Brent yet, in my opinion, other than Trap Soul. And Trap Soul is a classic R&B album, at least of our generation, in my opinion.
Yeah, people say that. I hear that. I have one back and listen to it. It's a good album.
Oh, it's an amazing album. Yeah.
Well, yeah. That Brent Faiyaz album. My favorite track off that thing.
Mine is the Addictions one. Is it the Pussy, the Weed, or the whatever that jank is?
I like the Rolling Stone.
That one.
That's my shit.
The single is really good.
I like Fuck You Talking About.
That's alright. Yeah, that one's alright.
I like Lucid. What's the second song? That's the shit. This ain't. Let's see. Loose Change. That's my shit. That snaps on that thing. Well, yeah, single with Drake. That's my shit. Waste Time.
That was on the radio last year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was on the radio last year. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I agree with you on the 7.5, 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
It's not an 8. It's good, but it's not amazing.
Yeah.
It's definitely just something to put on. You know what I'm saying? But I will say this.
I didn't like the Alicia Keys track.
I did not like that. I did not think she was fitting as well.
Yeah. I thought they were going to sing and do like a ballad or something.
Well, I'm glad they didn't, because that would have been terrible.
Terrible too.
I would have not liked that at all. Like, I would have not liked Alicia Keys, Brent Faiyaz ballad at all. But and it's wild because even with this like standard of a release, like this is kind of a standard.
And it's a long album too.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty long. It's an hour and 6 minutes. Hour and 3 minutes, I think.
Which does not bother me. That does not bother me. It's just that once it all starts to sound the same, I know the vibe, and so I just skip the tracks until I hear.
It doesn't make me want to finish.
Yeah, until I do the fucking what is it called? The snippet test. Where I go every 30 seconds to see if anything's changed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you. You're the only person that does that, I found out.
That's a great way to. It's a great way to listen to albums, bro. If you don't like it, if you find that you don't like it at first, do the fucking sample test. Cause just skip through everything, go 30, 30, 30.
30, 30.
Yeah.
Well, you know something I'm not doing a sample test to at all.
What was that?
That motherfucking Westside Gunn album.
Go ahead and talk.
Oh shit, you talk.
So Westside finally released something to kind of edge us for the rest of the summer. Peace Fly God came out, and it's a cinematic. It's definitely a short. It's a short.
It's a piece of art.
All right, how do you feel about it?
It's a piece of art. I just told you.
No, like expound, like a piece of art. Shit, nigga, I can fucking paint on the wall. That's a piece of art.
There ain't no Westside Gun. That's no.
Tell me why it's art to you. Then tell me why it's art to you. Then tell me why it's art to you. Go ahead, do it. You ain't look prepared.
Of course. When you talking about greatness, you're never prepared. Because you can talk about anything. But this Westside Gun shit, this Fly Guy shit with the Stove Guy, with the Nick EST, something EG or something like that. With the Madlib production, the conductor Williams, Derringer. You know what I'm saying? Who else? He had a conductor. Damn, who's the other person he had on there? Forgot. It was Alchemist. No, it wasn't Alchemist. But yeah, this is a piece of art. Westside came through with the vibes on this jank, some real Fly Guy shit, and then he had Stove Guy on 3 tracks, talking that what we really just made another pod about.
Oh yeah, we did.
We literally just made a whole pod about Stove Guy going to snap, and he rightfully so delivered.
Yeah, exactly. And so with the fucking really, I'll clear up what Nate's trying to say. With the release of Peace Fly God, Westside comes in with just something to dump us off with. It's fucking, like he says, it's always art. Westside is a different brain when it comes to rap music because he never wants his rap music to be about himself. He wants it to draw into another aspect of, like you said, the art. And that's the artistic aspect of it. And that's why he does give guys like Stove God the lane to just do whatever the fuck they want. But he also has access to exclusive production like Madlib. And so you just have these, if you're a true boom bap fan, and that fan, blah, blah, and that's what most of Griselda's fan base is.
Yeah.
You grew up on Madlib, and if you're just into rap production, you love Madlib.
Exactly.
You take that, you take Westside Gunn, who is running the underground and every single facet as far as merch, music, visuals, all that jazz. You mash that together with people that like Stove God that people don't know, you get a really special something. And this is just a preview of something we're going to get later on down the line. He's saying Griselda's going to run this summer, and once they do, that's going to look a lot like 2019, 2020, where people's heads were really fucking upside down, that people were producing this high quality art at this higher pace. Like a lot of motherfuckers, a lot of labels put out 8 to 10 mixtapes a year, but how good are they?
Exactly. How quality are they? How much real rap is going on in that gym?
Yep.
And thinking about Westside, he always says he makes his albums in short periods of time anyway.
I feel like that's how I would do it in art. Yeah. I don't like dwelling on anything I'm creative with.
Yeah, at least my verses and shit like
that. If it's old, it's done. If it's old, it's trash. If it's old and not released, it's trash. That's my perspective.
And I feel like once you finish something, it's on to the next.
Yeah.
You never dwell on the past.
Yeah. And that's a great segue because Funk Flex and Conway are currently into it on the internet. And have you seen this feud?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Okay, go ahead.
I've seen 2 40-year-old men going back and forth, 40 plus, because I think Flex is like 50 something. But so I think this occurred like last night. I think Conway went on live talking.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it all started from an Instagram live, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
From what I've seen, because like I was just catching up on this today. I did do a lot of catching up, but yeah, it did start. Go ahead.
He was talking about like New York DJs not giving him support and stuff like that. Like the basic old.
They were saying to push the old DJs out because they just cater to whatever they like, push new shit in. And Funk Flex pretty much responded with, "You're old and your bars aren't up to par. That's why you haven't broke through." And what is your opinion on that? Because I'm waiting for you to give it.
I don't know. I feel like it is true with the Flex shit though. Like, cause it's always been said that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That Flex needs to get off.
Yeah, Flex needs to get off. And it's like, when's the last time as like
he broke somebody?
Yeah, that's my real question. When's the last time? And the thing about it is they can't even break New York rappers. Because you want to know what's crazy? They're either all going to jail, they're all dying, or TikTok or Twitter or Instagram is breaking them.
And how many of us down south give a fuck about Hot 97?
Exactly.
Until we make it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Not in that aspect, but.
And then on top of that, it's like anytime any young nigga has made it within the past 10 years, now it's going on 10 years, like 10, 5 years, like to go up on Hot 97, they always got shunned and shit like that.
Yeah, they never got the respect of Sean.
Exactly. So I think it's a sad thing to say that radio, like that type of radio, is kind of dying. Like when it comes to hip hop,
but that's because of a lot of us. Like fuck, we're doing a podcast. We're a lot to blame for it. We didn't go and learn how to do radio.
Yeah.
You know,
we're also not sitting up here talking strictly about that shit either. Or making it seem like that's all we know.
But the thing is, when you're taught to do radio, that's what you're taught to do.
Yeah.
That's like teaching a motherfucking English and telling them to do Spanish.
Yeah, sure.
You know what I'm saying? They only and are teaching a motherfucker to do English, and then everything changes to Spanish. We know Spanish, but they only know English. Yeah. Those English-based departments still have to thrive.
That's true.
And that, you know what I'm saying, that analogy.
Yeah, that's true. But it's like, I don't know. How much does the radio actually accumulate to like?
A lot.
It does.
It
does.
Ads still get sold on radio, and that's how you know it accumulates a lot of money.
Yeah.
Like if they're selling ads, it accumulates a lot of money. Don't play yourself. Don't be that dumb. Not trying to like.
I mean,
I'm just saying to the
you're
general,
talking to someone who doesn't listen to the radio, though. Who doesn't
not even me
and
listening.
you like to somebody who also just
Because the
understands
richest artists on the radio. You know that. The artist you don't know. Name a Dua Lipa song.
Oh, it's like artist you don't know. Yeah, that's true.
Name how much money she has.
That is true.
You know what I'm saying?
That is true.
Name a Olivia Rodrigo song. Name how much money she has. A lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How much money you got? A lot. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro. That gateway is ridiculous.
It is, though. I still, well, nah, you're right, though. Because I saw the concerts and they don't get money off streams. So.
Yeah. Radio makes a lot of fucking money because the radio is
your
real exposure. Your radio is your exposure to kids who are 8, who can't afford streaming services, who can't listen to exclusive music on the way to McDonald's with their dad. Like, you know what I'm saying? Get in the car with your kids, you turn on the radio. It says, like this song, I want to take my horse to the old town. How do you think that got popular? Come on.
TikTok.
Don't play.
Not what TikTok was now.
Not
like Nick Bassett was. Yeah, not
I want. Your grandmother knows. I want to take my horse to the old town road. Like that shit's damn near a nursery rhyme at this point.
Yeah.
And he did that in damn near 5 years. He did that in 5 years. That's why I'll never talk shit about Lil Nas X creativity, bro. He took Old Town Road from, hey, I want to see if I can do this. Maybe he might add a label back and I'm like, we'll throw some money if it happens.
Mm-hmm.
But then it happened that he got Thug, the fucking new mean kid, fucking all these. Come on, stop smoking. He smoked the game with that shit, bro. That nigga deserves to fucking be rich, bro. He deserves to be rich. That was a finesse. No, I'm not saying like I'm yelling at you, but that's a fucking finesse.
No, you wouldn't though.
That's a finesse.
Yeah.
That's a finesse.
That's how you're supposed to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how you're supposed to do it.
Exactly. Shit.
That's how you're supposed to milk something.
Yup. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, how can you hate on the kid? You know what I'm saying? A lot of motherfuckers want to hate. How would you hate on the kid, bro?
Because he's gay.
Why? He not fucking you. And if he is fucking you, he taking care of you. Probably. Unless you ain't shit nigga. I don't know, bro. All right, go ahead in the podcast. In the podcast.
But thank you for joining us for another episode of the podcast hosted by Simple Math Matrix. Where you can find us and how you can find us, I'm about to tell you right now. You can find us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. What else we got? TikTok. Yeah, that's the one I always forget. And that's at Simple Math on all of those things.
Simple Math Matrix.
And Simple Math NTRX on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? You can find us on all that. And I'm the God King Hoopla.
And it's your boy, Mr. Eddie K.A. Super Raw 357, best known as Prince Godbody. And for another week, we are signing the fuck out.
Yes, sir.